Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Getting Out of Bed with Micah, where I take you along with me on my journey as I grow in discipline through getting up early and starting my day off in a productive, successful way. So today, it is Monday. The lighting in this room is absolutely horrible, but whatever. Anyway, so as you can see, a little different today. I'm actually at work. I'm in my office and all of that. So I got up today. I got up at like 4:40. So that's good. But I did it because a friend of mine's car is having issues. So I had to get up and take him to work. And he gets to work much earlier than I do, and much farther away from my house than I work. So I had to get up, take him, and everything. And so I didn't really do anything before because I got up at like 4:40 and basically had enough time to like wake up and then get ready and leave. But it made no sense to go home after that because work is between there and my house. So it just made sense to come here and just kind of chill, do my Bible reading and everything here, and do this video and all of that here. So yeah, y'all get to see me in my office hood, not that you can see it with this like blinding light behind me. I don't know what's wrong with the light, but anyway, whatever. But yeah, so that's where we at. That's why we here. So it really jumped at me in my Bible reading today, reading in Mark chapter 11. We see here in verse 12 through 19. I feel like this kind of addresses an issue that I feel like a lot of people have, or a question that a lot of people run into, when it comes to tithing, because we talk about tithing, and tithing is important, and, the first 10% of everything, because God is first, it's part of who he is, and as we set aside the tithe, it does two things. One, it reminds our heart that God is first in everything, and that's very beneficial to us to keep us centered and focused, because what we focus on is where we go and what we become, and we want to be like Christ. And so as we center ourselves through that and keep him first in our lives, the other side is that when we surrender our natural things to God, it opens the door for him to provide our natural things, because when we try to take care of our own life, we shut the door on him trying to take care of our life. But anyway, but I find one of the big things that kind of the controversies or questions that surrounds tithing is that people feel like it's just them being manipulated, and people trying to get things from them, or God trying to take things from them, and all of that. And we see here in these verses, I feel like this is God's heart on this. This is the answer to this question of, well, people are just trying to like steal from me, and people are just trying to like take advantage of me and all of that. And that does happen sometimes. People are people, but people can't define God for us, and we can't allow the mistakes of people and the things that people do to get in the way of us, living in relationship with God and doing things his way. And we see here Jesus' response to people taking advantage of people financially and all that through the guise of church and God and all of that. And so Jesus shows up at the temple, and he sees that they're selling things in the temple, and they're not just selling things in the temple. Back in the Old Testament, there was all sorts of specific sacrifices that people had to make with animals and everything, until Jesus showed up and his blood covered everything permanently. The animals were temporary things, but they had a very specific animals, and so the priest decided we're supposed to check on these things and make sure that it was the right kind of animal, and that it was, fit for sacrifice and all of that. And so what they were doing is people would bring their animals. The priest would say, that's not fit for sacrifice. You have to buy one of these that we're selling, and so they were basically just taking advantage of people and trying to use God as a way to do it and to make a little extra something on the side. And Jesus shows up in there, and he is not pleased. My boy rolls up in there. This is the most thug we see Jesus at all. Like he says some savage things, but this is where my boy gets physical and takes action. And we see he's up in there, and he starts flipping over tables. He has this whip, and he starts whipping around and flipping tables, and it goes down, my boy. But But the point is I feel like this kind of answers this thing, because yeah, there are people that will try and use God as a way to take advantage of people and manipulate people, but obviously that's not God's heart in what He set up as a legitimate system of putting Him first in our lives. It's a way for Him to take care of us. It's a way that He loves us. It's a way that that we further our relationship with Him. And any time that that there are people that are taking advantage or doing the wrong thing or the wrong way or whatever, we don't need to worry about what they're doing, because it's not our problem. It's not our lives. It's not our thing. Obviously, God's not afraid to take care of it Himself, and other people in their relationship with God is between them and God, and not you and them. And so, we just always want to remember to focus on ourselves and our own relationship, because we can only control us and the things that we do in our own lives. But anyway, so really enjoyed that. Thought that was really good and helpful. And that'll be it then for today's Getting Out of Bed with Micah. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember that you are important, that you are valuable, that you matter, that Jesus loves you, and so do I. And I'll see you next time. Toodaloo. Bye.